Now, just for some clarification, Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones is not Paranormal Activity 5. Paranormal Activity 5 comes out in October. This is a Latino spinoff. We understand here? Good. In Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones, Jesse's creepy neighbor from down below passes away. While snooping through her apartment, Jesse becomes marked by an evil demonic spirit, and it's up to his family and friends to hopefully save him. Now, before we begin, let me do a quick recap of what I think of the previous films. Paranormal Activity, easily the scariest film I have ever seen in my entire life. I attended advanced screening, and I still can't get some of those images out of my head. Then we got Paranormal Activity 2, a clever sequel to a film that wasn't meant to have a sequel, that also packed a bunch of scares and made me terrified of kitchens. Then we got Paranormal Activity 3, easily the best in this franchise, packs crazy amount of scares, and creates this awesome mythology that goes bonkers at the end. Then we got Paranormal Activity 4, which is the weakest of the installment. While it does have great leads and a good amount of scares, it doesn't expand the mythology the third film did so well in. So yes, I am a fan of the Paranormal Activity franchise. I would even make the bold statement by saying I think it's one of the best horror franchises, because even at this far in the game, it's still trying to tell one long coherent story compared to other franchises. Plus, it doesn't rely on torture porn. It's relying on creaky floorboards and old classic effects to scare its audience. Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones is easily the least scariest of the franchise. But I would also arguably say that this is also one of the best of the franchise, because this film does what the fourth film failed to do, and that was expand on the mythology that this franchise has created. There were questions that needed to get answered, and they got answered. Not everything got answered, and you certainly get a ton of more questions. However, this film is also injected with a whole lot of fun. There's a lot of action going on in this film, and plus it also breaks away from its classic narrative of night 1, night 2, night 3, which also injects some creativity in this film and honestly brings some new life to the franchise. While Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones is a Latino spinoff, this film really could have been titled Paranormal Activity 5 because it fits so well with this franchise. Matter of fact, I would have titled this Paranormal Activity 4 because this feels more like a fourth installment than the fourth film ever did. You get answers to the mythology created in the previous films. Not only that, but this film does pack a few good scares, and the ending is freaking nuts. It is off its mother beeping rockers. If you're a Paranormal Activity fan and you've been with this franchise and you enjoyed, the ending is a Paranormal Activity's wet dream. I'm just so overwhelmed, you guys. Like, the ending is just... I cannot believe they went there. I literally cannot believe they went there. It was mind-blowing. And not only that, but the ending brings up a lot of questions, but it also gets you so excited for Part 5. Part 5 has serious potential to go places, you guys, and be extremely revolutionary for this franchise and do something completely different because of the ending to The Marked Ones. If you're a fan of the Paranormal Activity franchise, you need to go see Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones. Even if you didn't like 4, this really does feel like a return to form for this franchise. However, if you did not like the Paranormal Activity franchise or any of them, why are you still watching these films? You're just going to hate this film even more. Don't go see it. Simple as that. As a fan of the franchise, I can tell when enough is enough. And I really did think The Marked Ones was going to be the nail in the coffin for this franchise. However, they've kind of warranted themselves at least 1 or 2 more films from me. We really are getting down to the bitter end for this franchise, and enough is enough. It's time to wrap up this story. As a score, you guys, I'm going to give Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it, you guys, and I am so excited for Paranormal Activity 5. So, what did you think of Paranormal Activity The Marked Ones? Are you a fan of the Paranormal Activity franchise? Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And until next time, you guys, I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and you guys have just been slashed.